of Miller Shoes, and also the chair of the Jackson County Commission, Steve Shotwell. Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to be seen and not viewed, Bart.
Well, welcome back, and there's
Thank
not
you.
as much of you to be seen anymore. The pounds continue to drop off.
We're working at it.
What's your secret?
Walking. I got a dog from the animal shelter that had been rescued from the hurricane 4 years ago. And Bodie and I spend literally every night walking the campus at Jackson College.
Do you have a source where you can get like good walking shoes?
I have a wonderful source. Waterproof walking shoes made from different brands, American made. If you need a 6-inch boot, or if you need just a good pair of shoes or tennis shoes, carry Brooks and New Balance, as well as San Antonio shoes, which are completely American made, men's and women's.
Nice. And today is National Tennis Shoe Day.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, appropriate that you're here today. Well, we want to talk about some of the commission news and also news of Jackson County. And I teased that you have some breaking news for us today.
I have some, to share with you, Bart, because I know you and I have worked hard on taking down the wall at the Cascades first. And I go back to when Charlie Dunnigan and myself sat around making jokes about figuring out how we could get it down. That was back when Adam Brown and Randy Treacher were here. So, but the state of Michigan has stepped up with Kathy Schmaltz and Sarah Leitner and Senator Schink's office to partner to get Jackson County $1.5 million to begin the complete rehab of the Cascades Falls.
Wow.
And yes, it'll be something over the next year and a half that'll be done during off-season time at the fall. We'll bring the control booths upstairs. We'll replumb the building. We'll do a bunch of concrete work. We'll do everything that we need to do because the private sector of Jackson County, our friends and neighbors, and including the Glick family as well, have given us $1.8 million to set aside for this project. So $3.2 million going to the Cascades Falls to rehab it by the 100th anniversary. So that way we will have the Cascades for another 100 years.
Awesome.
Yes.
So have we hit the goal? Because there was a capital campaign.
We are at enough of the goal that we can begin all of this work and get it started and taken care of. The trick now is to make a foundation resource available to raise the last bit of money. And Bart, that'll be made available to the general public through sponsoring a step. If you or any listener out there would like to have a step with a plaque remembering a family member or a favorite pet or anyone like that put on there, please reach out to the Parks Board and contact Kyle, and he will get you the information and you can make the contribution directly to the Community Foundation, and 100% of that money will go towards the endowment and actually doing the project to make us have a lifelong fund for the Cascades Falls.
Awesome. Yeah,
yes.
I'm glad to hear that because once the work gets done, it's going to continue to need maintenance along the way.
Just like it did here, like we had to do here. And we don't want to have to come back in 80 years to our great-grandkids and say, hey, we didn't do the responsible thing and make a fund available. And if we have a fund, that means you can do maintenance progressively through the life of the falls.
Yeah, and if something burns out, you get some emergency money.
Or we can get another bucket that says Kiwanis on it and make Denny DePry happy.
For the other side of the falls.
That's right.
Someone, maybe they proposed to their fiance or wife or husband on a certain step at the falls.
Correct.
They could sponsor that step.
Correct.
That'd be great.
They have in memory of Steve and Bart and their relationship since they were next door to each other originally. Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
That's right.
All right. So that's great news, exciting news. So we'll look forward to that happening very soon. Had you had a chance to get to the airport during their big aviation day? It was huge.
Yes. It turned out to be quite an extravaganza. We didn't anticipate that, really. We knew we were going to get crowds. We knew people were going to participate, but the rides were completely sold out. So the ride in the helicopter, completely sold out. The ride on the C-47 transport, which was what delivered Easy Company, to the battle, to D-Day. The B-24 bomber, all of those rides were sold out. So every seat was taken every time it took off and landed, with Jackson area residents who really enjoy the airport having a chance to go up and experience those rides.
And the airport looks great. I had a chance to go up all the way to the top of the control tower, except I couldn't go into the FAA area. But it's beautiful. It's completely renovated. Windows are opened up, and it's such a cool mid-century modern building.
Yes, it's brought up to state of the art, but it is also reminiscent of the 1960s when it was first put up. So it is a classic building in construction for an airport of this size. And going forward, Juan has spent some real time and effort into making our airport a mighty component of the economic engine of Jackson County.
Great. And you've got more plans for construction at the airport?
Long term. Right now you can see the use of solar panels to make for carport areas, but to also make us energy efficient and reduce the cost at the airport, but also make it so we can have what's called vertical lift takeoff areas made available for businesses to be able to utilize that. And going forward, there'll be a development on what would be the southwest end of the airport where the old taxiway used to be. So that'll all be developed going forward. And Juan is working currently on creating a maintenance school for career center or post-high school, college-bound adults that want to learn how to do maintenance and become a mechanic to work on planes and aircraft, and they'll be able to do that here in Jackson.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Nice. We're getting ready for flying cars.
Well, yeah, that's what we're waiting for. You know, it would be nice to be on the other side of, airport security when you park your car here at Jackson instead of having to plan on going 2.5 hours early over to Metro.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Stay tuned. Could happen. The budget, we're waiting months for the state budget to be finalized. The governor signed it in private. No big ceremony this year. She signed it in her office all by herself, which was, I thought, surprising. But because I think she's proud of a lot of the things in it. And I think you're happy to see there's some good results for Jackson County.
Yeah, very good results. I mean, you look at first the Cascades, and then second, we know that there'll be dollars available for local roads. That should make, and remember, when it comes to the county, local roads is outside the city limits. The city will be getting its own pot of money to be able to do work on their road situation. The interesting part, though, Bart, is the interpretation of what a local road is. And that's what we have to wait for in an explanation. And JC Dot will put that all together, and we will have a plan coming into the first quarter of next year. In mid-January, the Board of Commissioners will review all that and see where it's best and appropriate to spend that money that we're getting to begin the process of rehabbing the roads in Jackson County.
Now, you had to come up with our county budget before you knew what you would be getting from the state in terms of, things like revenue sharing. Does that impact what you know now from the state budget? Does it impact what your budget is?
Well, it does not, because we budget conservatively. What that means is we budget for the highest expense and for the lowest amount of money and make that budget first. And then when that works out, we're able to do things later in the year. That's why you'll see the county step up and help local townships and that type of stuff with different projects, or you'll see the county step up and do different projects that need to be done because we'll have had that money on reserve. But that money is going away. We're losing quite a bit of that ability to do that as budgets get tighter and tighter and tighter. We try to maintain a balanced budget. We have to maintain a balanced budget, but we try to maintain a budget surplus or reserve that meets somewhere between 20 and 25%, because we have to make all the taxing entities, townships, cities, villages whole well before all the tax revenue has been collected. And that can be that sometimes can be an ongoing issue. and the county treasurer's office does a great job managing that money. So yes.
And you've got some new staff on the county management team.
We have a new executive assistant coming back to the administrator controller's office. Our HR department did an analysis that showed that we had 3 people doing roughly 4.25 people's work. So we're going to add back a staff person there. We're going to add a parks person to be able to maintain all of our parks facilities and all the different events that we have go on across the county and all our different parks. We have buildings similar to the American One Keeley Park property that's booked 106 events a year. We have the second floor of the county tower building. It's pushing 75 events a year. So when you're doing all that kind of stuff, you need to have staff that can properly foresee all that, plus all the picnic shelters, the campgrounds, and everything that go on in the county area.
Got it.
So that we have to work, that's where that one person's going to be working.
Great to hear all this good news. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, positive news all the way around.
Very, very much so.
And plant sale next spring, 2026 men's plant sale.
All right, well, we'll have you come back closer to
I
that.
figured that,
Yeah.
but I wanted to share that with you.
All right, thanks, Steve. Jackson County Commission Chair, Steve Shotwell. Up